Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I want to thank one of my clients, Julius, who's been courageous enough and graceful enough to allow us to share with you a little bit of a video of him prior to starting Pro90D, and to share a video of where he's at right now. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to introduce Julius and show you a before and kind of an after, right? It's kind of a during, but you're going to see where he is, where he was, and you can also see and hear, based on what he says, where he's going. So thank you so much. My name is Michael Williams, and I look forward to working with you should you decide that Pro90D is the best option for you.
Yes. And what stopped you from seeking out something before, like while you were in the Marines or after? Like, I'm sure that you thought about it, right?
Oh, yes, I did. There were times where, like a lot of times, where I would say to myself, okay, it's time to start. It's time to start a speech therapy program. So I tried to like find something, but I got this. I don't know how, but I started to get this belief that this is who I am. I am a stutterer. If God created me, if God created me like this, and I'm in His image, I should be perfect. So I should just go through life and be a stutterer. I don't know how I started to accept it. I know it's I know it's good to accept it, but to accept it and not do anything about it though is not right. So that is what happened. I accepted it, and I just and I kept it as my ID, and I just handled it. But recently, though, it just kept bugging me in the head as like, you have to do something here. You have to. Your job right now, and your professional career, you are talking all the time about important stuff. So you have to do something. And so I just felt like, okay, this is the time to like accept it, but do something about it.
Got it. And
hello everybody, this is Julius, and I want to take some time right now to talk about the old ways I used to speak and the old ways I used to think about my speech, and the new ways I speak and the new ways I think about my speech. I want to take time to tell you a short story about the time I was in the military. I was in squad leaders course to become a squad leader. And one of the things I needed to do in that course was to give a presentation in front of the class. Now, the days leading up to the presentation, I was preparing everything. I was preparing my presentation, and I was ready. I got it completed 110%, and I was proud of my presentation. I knew what to have on it and what to say. But in my head, I was nervous. I was dreading it. I was anticipating the worst case scenarios, visualizing myself failing, and anticipating stuttering and stammering and doubting myself and doubting my speech the days leading up to it. Telling myself, I can't do this. How can I do this? There's no way I can do this. So there I am in front of the class giving my presentation, or I should say trying to give my presentation, because those negative thoughts were running through my head at a constant, and I was improperly breathing, not really inhaling properly, not having enough air in my lungs. I had a choppy way of speaking because I was thinking about each single word, and I was forgetting about the topic and the message I had to give out. And that led me to have no rhythm, no pace, and no solid flow. And I felt like I had to rush everything. I was speaking way too fast. I couldn't slow myself down to save my own life. And after I was done with this presentation, I was just thinking about it constantly over and over again. I felt no confidence in myself to become a squad leader after that presentation. So those were my old ways of speaking and thinking. Now, what were my old ways of thinking? Number one was visualizing the worst case scenarios, visualizing myself failing. Number two was anticipating stuttering, stammering, and blocking. And number three was doubting myself and doubting my speech. Now, what are my old ways of speaking? Number one was improperly breathing, improperly inhaling. Number two was having a choppy way of speaking. And number three was speaking way too fast, way too abrupt, and always feeling like I needed to rush through phrases and sentences. Now, fast forward a couple of years, present day 2020, doing the Pro90D system now for a couple of months now, and I have a job now where I'm speaking all the time to patients, to nurses, to doctors, to whoever I need to speak to in the hospital or pre-hospital. And I've developed, through the Pro90D system, developed my new way of speaking and my new way of thinking. Now, what are my new ways of thinking? Number one is visualizing the best case scenarios, visualizing myself succeeding, not failing. Number two is occupying my mind with modeling and positive tools to help me progress in my path of fluency, and that is the skills, extending, blending, articulating, and inflecting. The more I occupy my mind with modeling and occupy my mind with the skills to succeed, there's less space there for any negative traffic to enter my mind. And the third new way of thinking is positive self-talk and affirmations. Instead of I cannot, it is I can. I try to fill myself with more positive affirmations all the time, daily, especially in high pressure situations like a presentation. Now, my new ways of speaking are, number one is properly breathing, properly inhaling enough air to maintain positive airflow and to help me speak my phrases and sentences and just feel more in control of my breathing. Number two is using those skills, extending, blending, articulating, and inflecting to help me minimize and diminish my old choppy way of speaking and to help me develop flow, rhythm, and a steady pace. And the third new way of speaking is telling myself and practicing to pause and relax before I speak, while I speak, and after I speak. Because if I pause before I speak, I feel more relaxed, more in control. When I pause while I speak, it helps me keep that control, helps me keep a pace and a rhythm. Because if I just keep speaking without pausing and relaxing, I overload my speaking system and it's easy for me to veer back to my old ways of speaking, which was speaking fast and abruptly and feeling rushed. And if I pause after I speak, I simply reset myself, breathe, and continue on. So those are my new ways of speaking and thinking. My old ways of speaking and thinking and my new ways of speaking and thinking. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Again, I am Julius Georges, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
I want to thank you for watching this entire video, and I want to invite you to book your private assessment session with me if you, number one, are a professional or you're professionally minded, and you're ready to take your speech and life to that next level. You're tired of struggling. You're tired of not doing what you believe you're called to do because of your speech, and you're ready to go to the next level. Pro90D has been chosen by doctors, by lawyers, by scientists, by engineers. Why? Because of the scientific foundation. We've been doing this for more than a decade now, And we are ready to work with you if you're ready to take that step and commit to transforming your speech and your life. My name is Michael Williams, and if you're ready to move forward and take your speech to the next level and you're looking for a proven, systematic process to help you do that, then the intelligent choice is Pro90D. Okay? Look forward to speaking with you, look forward to working with you, and look forward to seeing a transformation much like Julius's in your very, very near future. We'll see you soon.